Hey guys, what's up? Germando here. Welcome to my review of WWE Hell in a Cell 2015. Really good show. Only two matches that weren't very good. I'd definitely give it like a B plus. It was really good. Really good quality matches. Especially the main event, Taker and Brock, was just insane. Um, like just really good. But like, why can't the build up to this match have been good? Because that was such a good match, such a brutal match. But why couldn't the build up have been, like really good and make you want to see this match? Yeah, it was awesome. I'm not gonna deny it. It was an awesome match. But why can't the build up to these matches, be good and make you actually want to see this? Actually get people in to watch it. But let's just talk about the entire show. First off, with the pre-show, the usual stuff. There was a promo from Cena where he reveals that he's going to be kicking off the pay-per-view, which I found quite surprising. Uh, but not as surprising as who the person who answered the challenge. And then there was a Kevin Owens promo, which was really good. He was making fun of Magic Johnson, or whatever his name is. And then they were talking some more crap. Then we got on to the first match, which was Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville defeating Rusev, Sheamus, and King Barrett. 11 minutes 38. A really good match, really good tag match. I just wish there would be more, like, it's something that you don't see a lot in WWE. I see it like in a TNA and other places, but more like action in a tag match, and more like close two falls and stuff like that. You don't see that a lot in WWE. It's just the usual, back and forth, and eventually the heels take over, and then the hot tag, and then they do all their moves and stuff, which is good. They did a lot of awesome spots, but I just wish there was more like close two falls and stuff, and them really just going all out nuts, with loads of different moves and stuff. I wish we could see that, like them all hitting like different finishers and what have you. I wish we could see that. Cesaro, he did like I believe it was 16 rotations, because I always count them. Legit 16 rotations, probably like 20 something. The morons in the crowd that don't know how to count. I don't get that. I really just don't get how people don't know how to count. It's one full rotation, not like 3/4 or whatever. I just don't get it. I don't get why people can't count. And I seen him a few weeks ago in a match on Superstars. He did, I think it was like 28 or 30 legit turns. I think it was on Heath Slater or somebody. It was insane. That's the most he's done on TV in like a year. I remember he was doing it last year. He was doing loads of turns, but that was like the most I'd seen him do in a long time. But eventually Neville and Cesaro win. Cesaro helped Neville do the leap out of the ring. Lands on Sheamus and Rusev. Ziggler blocks a bullhammer on Cesaro with a super kick. Cesaro he hit the swing then. Then Neville followed it up with the red arrow. Like when he released the swing, Barrett just landed perfectly in position for the red arrow. It was crazy. And eventually they won. Ziggler grabbed a Cesaro section sign and they brought it in, and then Cesaro turned it round, and the other side it said "Hi Dan," and they were laughing. But yeah, it was a good match. Good match. Then there was the social media lounge thing with the Dudleys, just speaking stiffs. Yeah, that's about it. Then we get on to the main show. This just blew my mind. Like, this truly blew my mind. The next match is... Right, John Cena comes out. He said that he had a horribly long boredom promo, but he said he's just going to get ready to go for it. Then bloody Jack Swagger's music hits, but like no stuff, no Tron stuff, and out comes Zeb Coulter on a freaking scooter thing, like a mobility scooter. The crowd was clearly expecting someone bigger. Okay, whatever. He says some people like Cena, some don't. Says it's time for people from different backgrounds and different countries to come together. It's time for Cena to lose the US title to someone who will do more with it than Cena ever has. Zeb introduces Cena as opponent, and out comes Alberto Del Rio, and I lost it. I couldn't believe it. I just did not see that coming at all. Like when he was speaking, I was like, oh, it's definitely going to be Swagger. It's going to be someone else. But Del Rio, I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I just kept saying that. It was just insane. I couldn't believe it. That was such a surprise. Really unpredictable. I just couldn't believe it. That was epic. And apparently he's still like a champion of some Mexican place, some Mexican wrestling company. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. If he's gonna get to finish like indie dates or whatever and sort that out. I don't know, but that was such a shock. That was such an awesome moment. And he's paired up with buddy Zeb. And I don't know if Zeb's legit on that scooter like all the time now. I did hear he had some knee problems, and he was looking a little bit chubbier than usual. I don't know, maybe it was just that vest thing, but yeah, hopefully he's okay. But the match was very slow, a very slow, kind of boring match. Um, yeah, he did his C thing, like he was going for the cross arm breaker, but then Cena just like clotheslined him. It was so slow, and then at the end it was just sort of like out of nowhere. Like it didn't really make sense because anytime you have a Cena match, usually kicks out of like a gazillion finishers. Cena match does the 5 knuckle shuffle, then he's going for the AA. Del Rio slides out of it, hits a backstabber, and then a super kick to the face, which legit hit Cena in the face for realsies. And Del Rio won. I couldn't believe it. It just ended like that. Because, like the way it ended, it's understandable. But anytime it's Cena, it usually just he kicks out of a ton of shit. So I was really surprised to see Del Rio win like that. And Cena like had a mark on his face afterwards, like where thingy had hit him. But such a shocking moment. I just couldn't believe it when Del Rio came out. I just lost it. Absolutely lost it. Just was not expecting him at all. Like some people were saying, like Daniel Bryan was there, and some people were thinking Joey Samoa, and some other NXT people. But man, such a shock, and he's the new United States champion. That's insane. Absolutely insane. So hopefully they continue, like, like letting Del Rio and Zeb. Obviously, Zeb will maybe be more of the speaker. Let them continually have promos, and let them continually be having matches for the title and what have you. And that's how you have the title be relevant or have prestige or whatever, and have people interested in it. That's why, like, that nobody really cares about the Intercontinental title, because you're not doing anything with it, or any of the other feuds, because they're not interested or whatever. That's the problem. That's why people aren't interested, because feuds are pretty crap. There's nothing happening. So you need to keep on doing stuff to have people interested. It's simple, really, but not for Vince and Kevin Dunn. Anyways, moving on. Afterwards, Del Rio celebrates and he shakes Seb's hand and they raise his arm and then they leave together. Triple H and Stephanie and Seth are backstage, and Triple H says that's how you start a show, and strangely enough he stares right into the camera for a few seconds. I thought that was weird. Then Kane comes in, they start having words. Triple H says, "He's Kane, your attendance isn't needed in this meeting." He wishes him good luck and says he will need it to Rollins. We see the cell being lowered, and it's gonna be Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. And also Cena Del Rio was 7 minutes 46, quite a short match. Next match, Roman Reigns defeating Bray Wyatt, 23 minutes 8 seconds, in a awesome match, a really good match, really surprising match, to be honest. It went the way I was expecting it, tables and candlesticks and weapons and all that stuff. But they actually did some unique spots, which was really cool to see. He put a chair, the steel chair was sat out, and then he had it stuck in the cell, like on the wall, And then he also had the candlestick in the corner of the cell, but in between the two. And then he like rammed Reigns into it, and it looked nasty because the thing like snapped in half and was all over the place. And then bloody Reigns shoved Wyatt into the thing, and it looked like Wyatt legit hurt his face off the steel chair, because he was bleeding afterwards. So I don't know if it looked like he legit hurt it. Like it didn't look like he got his hand up, so it's kind of nasty. Like it started off kind of just punches and shit, and then eventually they went outside and the good stuff's happened. What else was happening? Oh yeah, Reigns goes under the ring and brings out two candlesticks, and he started going nuts on Bray Wyatt. At one point, he hit Wyatt on the skull, which truly surprised me. And Wyatt was actually bleeding. I think it was what he was bleeding afterwards. He actually was holding two of them at one point and hitting him. It was insane. And he brings in a table, and then he gets another one. Like he says, "Oh, that's not enough. We need more." And he gets a second table and sets it up on the outside. And it wasn't like it was in the middle, it was like at the post, and I was like, what the hell is going to happen here? But that happens later on. And there's another table, but Wyatt like shoved it out, and then Reigns grabbed it and set it up at the other side. Eventually it looked like Reigns was going to wait to do a suplex, and it looked like he was actually going to go for it. It was actually going to happen. I was like, this is going to be absolutely insane. But then Wyatt countered it and hit the Uranagi. It says chokeslam here, but it's a Uranagi through the table to Reigns. And holy shit! And this is all some chant started. What are we getting now? I'm just flicking through the thing here, the recap. Wyatt gets another table. Wyatt stands the table up in front of the corner. Maybe this was the one that was in the corner. I can't remember. Maybe this was the one he put in the corner. I can't really remember. Oh no, this is on the inside. Yeah. Oh, this was really cool. Right. Wyatt was going for a superplex, and then Reigns counters it, and he was on the top rope, and then he just slipped down through Wyatt's legs, grabbed him, and powerbombed through the table. It was so cool. Like I was like, how the fuck did he do that? He was on the top rope, and then he just slid through, boom, powerbomb, and then he got a 2 count. That was really cool. Really cool moment. Wyatt went for a Sister Abigail out of nowhere, but Reigns countered it to the roll up. He comes with a Superman punch. Then Reigns hits a fucking huge spear on the apron. Like right before it happened, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna wait to spear him through this table, and he did, and it was awesome. It was really cool, right through the table. Just awesome moment, really really cool. They go back in the ring. Reigns gets a 2 count. Wyatt big boot. Sister Abigail kicks out at 2. He grabs candlesticks and starts nailing Reigns with it. He puts a candlestick in the top turnbuckle and the middle turnbuckle, and it looks like he's about to do some stiffs, but then Reigns grabs the middle one and starts nailing him, and then rams his face into the top one. Then it's a spear and wins. Really good match. Really, really good match. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure there's people saying, "Oh my God, Roman Reigns buried Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt dropped the Roman Reigns. Blah 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 blah." Shut the fuck up. I can't stand those fucking people. They have no idea what a jobber or getting buried means. They really don't. It's so fucking stupid to see people saying that shit. It really pisses me off. Anyways, we see some bloody ferrets at ringside, actors Mark Wahlberg and Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. Something that really annoys me is these celebrities just get into this show and get ringside seats like for free or whatever. These are the fuckers with tons of money. They shouldn't be getting free fucking tickets. It's just they're just stupid. I don't get that crap. But anyways, moving on. next we have the New Day versus the Dudley Boys, 8 minutes 26. And surprisingly, the bloody New Day won. I couldn't believe it. But they had an awesome promo before the New Day. Just killed it again. I love all their Big E's gyrations and wiggling that booty and all their stuff. They're just awesome, truly awesome. They need to let more people be free with their characters like these guys. Like every time there's a pay-per-view in the UK, they have like a special thing, like an hour special of like a DVD or whatever. It's just came out, and the one they had this time was Attitude Era Volume 2, like the best the Attitude Era Volume 2 or some shit. And there's a thing with the Godfather, and he was talking about how like the Papa Shango character and is it Kama Mustafa, like those characters didn't work, and like the reason why the Godfather, like the pimp gimmick, worked so well because that was him, and because it was more him and more him just like goofing around and being stupid. And he says that's how he is in real life, and he says that's how it works so well, because it was given like that freedom, and instead of being forced like so much of the stuff is now. And I was like, well, that's so true. Why does that not happen now? You could have so many awesome things, and they just restrict it, and they just want everything to be so scripted and Vince's way and all this shit. It's so sad to see so many people not getting used to their full potential. Like I was reading a thing a while ago, a YouTube comment. Somebody was saying that this era is going to be remembered for having the most talented wrestlers get horribly used, and it's so true. It's so true. Anyways, I'm yapping a lot here. Oh my god, I've been yapping for 70 minutes already. Let's try and get through this a bit quicker. Right, the Dudleys, Biggie, the New Day. The Dudleys botched a double team on Kofi, which led to some boos. JBL called it butt ugly. Like they went for like the sidewalk slam leg drop, and like Devon like sort of missed it the first time, and then he hit it again, but like Bubba didn't go down. He just sort of held on to Kofi. I was like, what the fuck? It was weird. Eventually, Biggie and that were gonna go for the headbutt thing on Devon or Bubba, but Devon kicks Kofi away. Then they did it. They hit the reverse 3D. Kofi hits an awesome double drop kick. Kofi throws the trombone to Bubba and then falls down and pulls an Eddie Guerrero. And I thought it was going to end this way, and it would have been actually pretty cool. I would have been happy enough if it ended that way. But the ref didn't call for it. He didn't see it. They go for the 3D, but Big E runs in and nails Bubba from behind with the trombone, with the referee not looking. Then Devon clotheslines Big E. Kofi nails the Trouble in Paradise on Bubba for the win. I thought that was a good way to end it. I thought the Dudleys was going to finally win it here, but I was happy with that. It was different from what we've seen the last couple of times, so I was all good with that. New Day wins, and they're dancing and gyrating. I was just watching the exclusive video. Just absolutely hilarious. I love these guys. They're so bloody funny. They're just gold, absolute gold. There's another one just been uploaded, a Kevin Owens one. I'll watch that after this. But yeah, New Day is just excellent, absolutely excellent. Moving on, we have Charlotte versus Nikki Bella. Oh yeah, they announced on the pre-show that none of the other people were allowed at ringside. 10 minutes 39. And this was a much better match than their last one. Much better. And I actually thought Nikki was going to win it, and the way they went with it, I would have been fine with her winning it, because yeah, it was insane. But Charlotte, Nikki was going for a powerbomb, but she turned it into a Hurricane Rana. it was just a good match, you know, a good action-packed match. There was maybe like one or two wrestlers, but that was about it. Um, there was at one point where they just started going, like Nikki slapped her, and then Charlotte just started going insane with the chops. One of them was insanely loud. I was like, holy shit. But eventually Charlotte goes for like the figure eight thing, but she can't get into it because she was like working on her leg and her back most of the match. They end up on the floor, and Nikki fucking does the Alabama slam onto the apron. I was like, holy shit! And I was like, okay, well, Nikki's won this, but they get back in the ring, and Charlotte turned it into the figure eight and won. Seemed a bit unbelievable, like not to me. I would have been happy if Nikki won after that. It was just an insane move, you know, onto the apron, Alabama Slammer, and she turned it into the figure eight and won. And then Paige and Becky come running down to the ring, and like Paige was like trying to get in front of Becky and like acting like a ferret. I don't know what the hell they're going with that story. It's weird. It seems like it might be Charlotte versus Paige. I don't know. I'd rather see something else than Paige. She's had her time she's been champion enough times for now, at least. Let somebody else feud with Charlotte. Anywho's Dean Ambrose backstage with Roman Reigns, congratulates him. Ambrose says they both know what's next, and Reigns agrees, but says he wants to talk about it tomorrow. Ambrose says they will celebrate tonight. Probably Reigns will end up facing Seth Rollins or something in Survivor Series. Or maybe Reigns, Ambrose, Rollins, Survivor Series. I don't know. Next, we have Seth Rollins defeating Kane, 40 minutes 36 for the World Championship. Again, another good match. I thought it was going to start off with them bloody wrecking the announce table because Kane went out and just started tearing the thing apart, but no, they went back inside. Kane hit a superplex off the top rope at one point. Kane hit his big clothesline thing off the top. He hit a choke slam at some point. There wasn't any much memorable moments. Kane tosses Rollins over the table at JBL and Cole's feet. Oh yeah, then Kane climbs up on the table to chokeslam Rollins, but Rollins slides out and powerbombs Kane out on the Spanish announce table. But the Spanish announce table didn't break. It like bloody just fell over. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not. The referee and oh god, my screen's being a ferret. The referee and the doctor guy was over, but Kane came back in. I don't know if that was supposed to happen. Like he did hit it on the like the near the edge of the table, so maybe it was supposed to happen. I don't know. Rollins hits double knee things off the top rope springboards. He finally gets Kane in his back. Rollins goes to the top. It's a frog splash. Gets a medi chance. He goes for a choke slam. He counters it. Pedigree, and he wins. It was a decent match. Now comes probably the worst match of the night. Ryback versus Kevin Owens. They just need to end this. Like these guys, I don't know if they just don't have chemistry or something. The matches just aren't very good, to be honest. There's nothing really to say about it. Ryback got a power bomb. Oh, also, it only lasted 5 minutes 35 seconds. It was the shortest match. Ryback gets upset after a rake to the eyes. He goes after Owens and looks to be getting disqualified. Owens takes advantage, regroups, and hits the powerbomb. They win. Powerbomb just came out of nowhere. It was kind of it was just not a good match at all. Just shit. Just I don't know. They need to do something better with Kevin Owens. I just don't like the way they're using him. Like, he was such a beast, and I would mark out when he would come out when he was in NXT. He was like the Lesnar of NXT. So many people say that, and then now he's just like the cowardly heel. Like, he still did like cowardly stuff, but he was so dominant at NXT, and now he's just a cowardly heel, and these feuds are shit. Like, nothing's happening. So annoying. So annoying to see someone so talented getting wasted. And then we see the cell getting lowered, and it's the final match. And the best match of the night, I would say. I mean, yeah, I would say it was. Brock Lesnar defeats The Undertaker, 80 minutes, 7 seconds. A fucking brutal match. Absolutely brutal match. Insane. Absolutely insane. There was just so many fucking moments in this match that was just absolutely ridiculous and brutal. Lesnar like went for his first suplex, but Taker like countered it, and Lesnar just went flying out the ring. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, this was weird. Like, I think this was planned or something, or maybe Lesnar had something on his head. Maybe he was already cut open, and then something like he hit it, and then it burst open. Because I'm not believing that, because he got sent into the post. But I watched it back a couple of times, and his hand went up. His hand blocked it, and he's got on big ass gloves, and he burst off. I'm not believing, and it wasn't even like he hit it hard. He slowed himself down. I don't know. That seemed planned to me. I'm not believing that burst him open, and burst him open to the extent that he was at. Cause bloody bit of dust. He was bloody pouring of blood, absolutely pouring of blood. So I don't know. It seemed planned to me, or it just, I don't know. I'm not believing that a little touch of the glove burst him open. Because Cole and that were like, oh my god, he hit the ring post. Like, well, afterwards when the bleed came out, they was like, oh my god, he must have actually hit the ring post, because it was clear as day that he blocked it. So, I don't know. I don't know how that worked, but it just didn't seem legit to me. Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, Lesnar bloody eventually gets a steel chair and starts smacking Taker with it. Pretty brutally, I might add. A trainer comes in to check on Lesnar and cleans his face, and the fans boo. Lesnar with big chair shots to the face and head. Well, not really. Taker did get his hand up. There was one of them I had to watch back, because it looked like he did hit him in the face, but he didn't. Taker put his hand up, and it looked like the top part of the chair got him in the face, but it didn't. He just hit him in the arm. It did look like it though. It did look like it. And when they showed the replay, like, because King and that was all acting like it hit him in the face, then they showed the replay slowly. Clearly didn't hit him in the face, and King was just like, oh. I was like, you fucking ferret. But yeah, it did look like it hit him in the face, but it didn't. Thankfully, that could have been really bloody brutal. I'm just flicking through the thing here. Lesnar eventually takes off one of his gloves, and he said some bloody stiff-looking shots to Taker, I must say. I think one of them bloody burst him open a bit on the top of Taker's head. And then Lesnar starts going with the German suplexes, and I don't know, Taker just can't sell these fucking things right. He's just asking for a fucking concussion. I don't get it. He's the way he's landing. He's landing on the lower back, like on his arse pretty much, and then he's, getting whiplashed back, and it's like, are you just asking for a concussion? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, it's not like Lesnar's bloody forcing him into it, really. He needs to jump with it, and he's not. I don't get that. He got a few of them suplees. Lesnar waits for Taker and he gets an F5, but he kicks out. This bit was fucking hilarious. The doctor comes back in to check on Lesnar, and the ref's telling him telling Lesnar to get, checked by the doctor, and Lesnar like, bullshit, bullshit. And then they were like showing a replay, and then the next thing you see is fucking Lesnar just shove the doctor guy absolutely flying. It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I don't understand why these are doctor guys and they're supposed to be like all about fitness or whatever, and they're like fat. I just don't get that. I don't get that bullshit. Anyways, Lesnar goes for another F5, but he gets a 2 count. Fans are chatting, "This is awesome," as Heyman screams orders. Lesnar throws in the steel steps. I thought they were going to hit bloody Mike Chioda, but they didn't. He nails him with the steps from their 2 count. He goes to slam the steps down on Taker. But Taker rolls out of the way. It looked like he was going to hit him on his leg, if I remember properly. Then Lesnar went to go and hit it on his face, like the reverse way, right? You know how it's like that V-shaped thing? He was going to hit it with that side, but then Taker put his legs up. Lesnar was sort of delayed a little bit. It looked a bit like he was waiting for Taker, but Taker kicked it up, and when he bloody landed, I think those steps hit Lesnar's head for real, because it looked like he started to be busted open around here. Because when they showed it again, it did look like the steps landed on his head. Which, oh my god, that must have hurt like fook. But yeah, it was just brutal. Eventually Taker goes into the Hell's Gate and Heyman throws a fit. Eventually, now this bit was insane, Lesnar starts getting out of it and starts fucking beating the shit out of Taker, legit punches. Taker had his hand up, but I think some of those punches got him in the face. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is so brutal. He was legit punches, not like wrestling punches, but legit bloody going to town on his face. I couldn't believe it. It was absolutely insane. Then the strange part, Lesnar rips open the canvas, and I'm like, what the hell are they going for here? Is he gonna put him through the ring or something? Then he takes the layer of pad and stuff, and so the boards is exposed. And then Taker, he was going for an F5 or something, maybe, I don't know. But Taker goes for a choke slam and hits it on the ring. And they stand up and they chant, "This is awesome." Fucking bad dust. Lesnar gets a tombstone on the exposed boards. It was kind of back a bit from the boards, but it doesn't matter. Technicalities. Lesnar still kicks out 2, and Taker can't believe it. Now the ending I thought was awesome. Lesnar sits up on his knees, is wobbly. Taker stands and goes for he does the signal for the tombstone again, and then Lesnar, oh my fucking god, a nasty low blow. Nasty low blow, an insanely powerful, brutal low blow. I couldn't fucking believe it. I think Taker was legit in pain from it. It looked so fucking brutal. It was so quick, so powerful. I was like, oh my god. And Taker's face and his actions are just, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. And then Lesnar is laughing, picks him up an F5 on the boards for the win. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was good. You can't complain about that. So many people want to see a clean win or whatever, but this sort of stuff, this is how wrestling works. This is controversial ending and stuff. That's how it works. That's always how it works. That's how the beloved Attitude Era that so many people claim to love. There was so much of that back then, but hypocrites. But anywho's, after the match, Lesnar that's getting out of the ring, and Taker gives Lesnar like a that. He's respecting him for the low blow or whatever. Good move, bruh, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Lesnar gets away, and then fans are clapping as Taker gets up, or trying to get up, and a thank you Taker chant. Taker goes for his pose, on the knee, and then fucking the Wyatt family's music hits, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they come out. Also, Wyatt he didn't have it on then, but in his entrance he had like this awesome mask thing with big ass teeth on it. It looked really badass. Eventually they come down, all of them, Braun, Bray, Luke, and Eric. They all come down, and they go around the ring. I thought maybe Taker was going to join them or something, but no. And then they start beating him up, and it was kind of disappointing, to be honest. The beatdown was pretty shit. I thought they were all going to hit their finishers, but it was just pretty pathetic stomps. That was about it, really. And they pick him up in front of Wyatt. He just punches Taker a couple of times, and then Wyatt starts kicking him, and then Braun, Harper, and Rowan carry him away, and it ends like that. It was good. I was like, oh, that was awesome, but the actual beatdown was shit. That was my only issue. Apart from that, I thought that was really cool. So I was reading that, and that was it. That's how it ended. That apparently it's gonna be, Taker versus the Wyatt family, a Survivor Series, but I have no idea who's going to team with him. Maybe Kane? But would it be Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose as the other two? I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on that, because that's pretty interesting to me. Because it's the 25-year anniversary at Survivor Series. Somebody says here, Taker, Orton, Reigns, and Ambrose. I don't know about that. Finn Balor? Somebody's saying Finn Balor could debut there. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on that. That's interesting. That'll be interesting to see where they go with that. I thought that was a good pay-per-view. I'm interested to see what other people think. I'm waiting to read through WWE's Twitter. They always go ape shit on the Twitters, on the pay-per-views. There's always loads of shit they write. Over 100 tweets at least. It's just ridiculous. I always read WWE's Twitter, but they always go ape shit on the pay-per-views. But yeah, I've rambled here for a while, but it was a good pay-per-view. My only disappointments were Owens and Ryback was the worst match, and then Del Rio and Cena. They're just very slow, a lot of rest holds. Maybe Del Rio was a surprise in the last second and they didn't really have a match planned. I don't know, but it was very slow and a lot of rest holds. But apart from that, the rest of it was good. Like Charlotte and Nikki was miles better than their last match. I don't know how they put that in their bloody top 10 Divas matches of all time. Like, that's just such bullshit. Such bullshit. That was a much better match. Much more action packed. Like the Alabama Slam out on the apron was just ridiculous. Like, I would actually have been fine with Nikki winning like that. It would actually have made sense. But what will happen next with Charlotte? I don't know. It looks like it's going to be Paige, but I would rather see Naomi become champion at some point. Like, Sasha Banks, there's too many of them. That's the fucking problem. There's too many of them there now, and Becky Lynch is just like Charlotte's bloody, I don't know, groupie or something. I don't know the bloody word. She's just there. And Sasha Banks and that, they're just there, They're always in matches, like on main event and stuff. I don't know. There's too many of them. That's the thing. Like Naomi should have been champion by now. Tamina will never be champion. She just never will be champion. And like Alicia Fox, that'll never be champion again. I kind of think the Bellas and that should just go. Like, I was speaking with someone and said the Bellas should maybe take like a 6-month break or something like that. Yeah, they should maybe do something like that. Let Emma have a chance, she's been used horribly in the main roster. Maybe she'll get an NXT Women's title reign at some point. Doubtful now, but I could see her facing Bayley at some point at a takeover. Um, but yeah, get some other people involved. I don't know. I don't think we need to see any more Bella stuff. I think they should just end that. Go into something new, something different. Um, I don't know. There's just too many of them. There's too many of them there. I don't know. Like some people like say the brand split should come back again. It could help, you know. There's just so much bloody guys. I think that's the problem. There's too many talented people on the roster. You know, that's the problem. You could split it again, and and I think Vince and that should go. Like speaking with people it's like have Triple H and Paul Heyman, like a Mick Foley, Bret Hart, you know, all these other people, and have them be your creative team and booking team and what have you, and you could see some really good stuff happening. I really think you could. Um, yeah, tell me your thoughts on if you think like a brand split or that should come back. I'm gonna end it here. I've yapped a long time. But I do have to work today. I worked 2 Mondays ago, which was like the week off, like the October holidays. I worked on Monday, and I'm taking today off. So I do have to go to work and be insanely tired. And also, it's an hour earlier for me because the times went back an hour on Saturday night. So everything was an hour earlier, which was kind of cool. Uh, like the next few weeks, Raw is on like an hour earlier. Not that I watch Raw live, but I like it for this pay-per-view. I think it's been this way the last 2 years, like last year and the year before. I remember it being an hour earlier. I can't remember like the previous years, but I definitely know that the last 2 years it was an hour earlier. So I don't know how the time change thing works, but it's like in a couple of weeks that get changes in America. But yeah, I've yapped a long ass time here. We're hitting up 42 minutes. So if you stuck through the whole thing, appreciate it. If not, well, you know, shit happens. I don't think there's anything else to say. I'll see if there's any other news on the wrestling sites. I don't think so. It was just that the Undertaker, Alberto Del Rio, I mean, refused to comment. They had a video thing. And also, did you watch the Breaking Ground thing? That's really good. I really enjoyed that. But apparently that was just like a preview thing. Apparently the full show is going to be an hour long, and that this one that they released on YouTube was just a preview type of thing. So I don't know how that's gonna work because that seemed like a full episode to me. The way it ended, like on a cliffhanger with somebody getting released. Um, I don't know how that's gonna work. If like that half hour is gonna be shown first, and then it'll be something else for the extra half hour of the show. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It airs after Raw, so I won't be watching it on Tuesday. I'll watch it on Wednesday. So we'll just see what happens. I don't know. So yeah, that's about it. Also, did I say something in my predictions about Breeze facing Ziggler? I like completely forgot that Ziggler already was in a match, so that would never have happened anyway. Don't know why I was thinking that. I'm a crazy ferret, you know this. But also, I played some of the Doom closed alpha. The game is really not good. Like it's just not good. I did it. I was gonna record, but like actually was not allowed to record and upload videos of it. So I didn't bother recording it. But it's not good. Like it's so slow. Like there's no sprint button. The guns aren't very good. Like it's not that I was shit at the game because I was doing okay. But like there's a rocket launcher and it takes 2 to 3 bullets to fucking kill someone when it's legit hitting them. And it's not like my connection was shit or anything, because like there's points come up when you hit them, and I was like, this is a fucking rocket launcher. This should really be killing them. Just not good. And like the assault rifles wasn't very good. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not good. And like I've seen some comments from people about it. It just doesn't seem like Doom. Like I can't remember Doom. I don't even remember if I even played it. But it's like people are saying that they're trying to go for like Doom and Quake of like 15 years ago plus. It's just not like that. Like I remember I played Quake, like the multiplayer stuff, like back when I was really young, and it's nothing like that at all, at all. Um, so maybe it'll change. Like this is just like a first little beta thing. Then there'll be another beta, and then it'll get released at some point. But it wasn't very good. Um, and also, what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I hate how games like a Doom, Need for Speed, how it's a series and they've had previous series like they'll be like Doom 1, 2, and Need for Speed have had all their Need for Speeds, and they don't bloody and then they just call it Need for Speed, but there's already been like 17 games before it with different names and titles, and they just go Need for Speed. I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. Why do you do that? There's other games that's done that as well. I can't remember, but I think that's so dumb. It's like, just put a fucking number on the end of it. Why are you calling it just Need for Speed when there's been like 5 other games? Dumb. That would be like Grand Theft Auto. They just like Grand Theft Auto 5 and then the next one they just call it Grand Theft Auto. That would be so dumb. That'd be stupid. It makes no sense. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video because I've rambled way too long. Thanks for watching. Share, subscribe, show that like button some love, and tell me your thoughts for what's gonna happen next in the WWE. Bye.